Now, he mentioned the vaccine. Geraldo Rivera had an idea I'm sure he thinks is brilliant about the vaccine.
Tuesday, November 17th, the recount and audit and other lawsuits, etc., continue unabated throughout the country. Nothing found
getting thrown out,
though, would influence the final tally on the vote. For instance, probably the most glaring inconsistency came out of Georgia and that hand audit they're doing in Georgia. They just turned up 2,600 uncounted ballots in a single county. When they factored in those found ballots,
Joe Biden got 8,000 more votes. Gain
to President Trump of 800 votes. Biden's margin in Georgia is 14,000 votes, so the 800, while cutting into that 14,000, obviously does not alter the result. And that is the finding throughout the land, despite the voter discrepancies and the dubious counting methods as they continue to raise questions about the legitimacy of close counts in the battleground states. Nothing found so far affects the bottom line outcomes anywhere. Clark County, Vegas, another example, they've just thrown out the results of the county commissioner election there because the tally got funky.
Whoa!
If there is a redo in Las Vegas,
what's up, Nine Tails?
Trump, who lost that county by over 90,000 votes, may have new life there.
Media winch.
But these are all long shots.
Welcome.
So far, as I said, nothing changes the result.
Producer Dave here too. If you guys have not heard this yet, wait till you hear what Geraldo has to say.
Official result, or the unofficial official result that we've had so far. How's this as an idea for conciliation? Putting aside the election,
welcome, guys.
We recognize the indispensable role played by Donald Trump in getting the first vaccine against the coronavirus to market. Thanks to his Operation Warp Speed, he may be more responsible than almost anyone in cutting that development time to months rather than years. Honor him. Let's call the vaccine the Trump. I got my Trump. You get your Trump, I got my Trump.
What do you guys think about the idea of naming the vaccine after Donald Trump, whose incompetence killed 250,000 people? Probably going to kill another 500,000 over the winter. Yeah, I think Geraldo has lost it, even though from time to time he does stand out as a voice of reason.
Trump's legal team says it has enough evidence to overturn.
But I mean, this is a clip from The Five. All of them. He wants to name any vaccine after Donald Trump. Get your Trump.
The results of the 2020 election. Watch.
Because it's not a singular voter fraud in one state.
We played this already. Let's go to, here we go.
Totally irresponsible. We won't show you that, so we can get around the circle here. Let's start with you, Jesse, for a reaction.
Well, it was a big shot of adrenaline today. Remember, during this whole Russia collusion thing, they had zero eyewitness testimony to say that I saw the Trump campaign collude with Russia. Rudy Giuliani.
I could just pick 5 random people off of the street and put on a better show than The Five.
Let this play out. What I saw the case to be is this. They're saying, do not certify the fraudulent.
His alien? Are you talking about his son? We talked about his son testing positive for coronavirus earlier. Definitely looks like an alien.
It consists of 2 pillars. 1, these sworn affidavits signed under the penalty of perjury that say they witnessed fraud. And 2...
No. The affidavits he is referring to are just absolute bullshit. Affidavits where people have said, oh my God, this person was wearing a BLM shirt. Or that they saw ballots coming in from the military for Biden and they thought that was odd. That's the kind of affidavits he's talking about. That's what Kayleigh McEnany was waving around on Fox News the other night.
Circumstantial evidence and whistleblowers. Remember, we used to like whistleblowers, and whistleblowers saying that some of the software was manipulated to add.
Okay, so you pose an interesting question. What will happen to Fox News? Because they are losing viewers at a rapid pace. They're going to OAN. They're going to Newsmax. They're going to, right-wing news. Fuck, I keep forgetting what that one place is called. NTD. There's so many outlets. They're trying to siphon. Yes, Don Jr. got it. Rick Scott got it. So many people. And Rudy is in isolation right now, in quarantine. I said last night when we were playing the clip of Rudy sweating all over the place, which Matt Bender on the Majority Report yesterday pointed out, hey, maybe Rudy's sick. I didn't even think about that. But as I'm watching Rudy, I yelled, I can't believe this guy hasn't contracted coronavirus yet. Because he's been flying all over the place, never wearing a mask. And then we get the news today, his son has coronavirus. I don't think Rudy is going to get the coronavirus because I don't think Rudy Giuliani is human.
Biden votes. That's obviously going to have to be looked into. They're going to need a court order to seize some of those machines and do a forensic analysis, and they're up against the clock on that. But if you do have a pattern here, and that's what he's alleging, there's a conspiracy that's happening in all of these.
He was sweating profusely, though, which might be a symptom of coronavirus.
Inputting fraudulent or invalid Biden votes that needs to be looked into. They have 200 sworn affidavits alone in Wayne County. In Detroit, saying they were backdating ballots that came in after Election Day. They were allowing double
that was
counting.
A bullshit story.
They have 3 sworn affidavits that said a van came at 4:30 in the morning, dropped off garbage can filled ballots, and then they were illegally counted.
If I remember that story correctly, if it's the same thing he's talking about, it was a camera crew, and they had a wagon carrying their camera equipment into the building.
Sometimes processed 3 times in a row and tabulated when they thought that no Republican poll watchers were there. And they go through states. They say there was
never happened.
There was double counting, there was overvoting, voter intimidation in Pennsylvania. They said the equal.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that one.
Violated. In Wisconsin, they say the state constitution was violated when they sent out hundreds of unsolicited ballots.
It's very normal. I sweat profusely while I'm doing the show.
We'll see what happens.
Come on, Jesse. I mean, really.
Come on, Geraldo.
The Clinton Foundation, George Soros, Hugo Chavez. I'm probably the only person in this building I've actually met Hugo Chavez.
As I said last night, that press conference was conspiracy bingo right there. They threw everything at the wall.
I didn't say anything about meeting him. I never said anything about that.
Couldn't make the red lights work in Venezuela.
I talked about the sworn affidavits.
And an international conspiracy. Why not Elvis? You know,
I didn't mention anything like that. I'm talking sworn affidavits. You're a lawyer, Geraldo. You're a lawyer. As a lawyer, you should recognize the validity
of the president.
Of that.
I wanted him to win this election.
Why?
What we saw with Rudy Giuliani, who I've known for decades, was bizarre. It was unfocused. There was conspiracy theory, this and that. When you have evidence that you suggest, what's the lawsuit?
Yeah, Geraldo is not a dumb man.
What's the action? You can't go to a court and say, it's fraud, judge, prove it for me, or is the FBI to prove it for me?
They
it's
have
not
3 pending lawsuits right now.
I love Greg Gutfeld keeps making
They drop Michigan,
and then there's going to be a judge that's going to rule on the evidence.
We're giving false hope.
Geraldo, you as an American should want everybody to be confident in the results of the election.
False hope.
And if you don't pursue these
He's killing me.
half the country is going to feel like it was crooked. You don't want that. And
half the country already feels like it was crooked. You're never going to change those people's minds. I don't know if I'd call him the dumbest person on that stage because fucking Jesse Waters, that dude's pretty fucking dumb. I actually used to enjoy Gutfeld. Waters, okay. Yeah, he doesn't know when to shut up.